Alright guys, I want to do a video called Does Penis Size Matter? This is a legit video that I've given some thought to and I just wanted to talk about, and I know it sounds messed up. It's a kind of messed up question in a lot of places race because you can't control what size you are. You're born whatever size you are. And there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, there are some things you can do, I guess, to create more size and all that. And I just wanted to ask this question because it's a topic that a lot of guys and girls and all that have, a question they have, right? Some girls don't even know if penis size matters because they've never had small or big, or they've always had one from get-go, who knows? And then some guys, was my dick too small, yada, yada, yada. Does penis size matter? Okay, so to answer this question is yes, it does matter. Yes and no at the same time, I guess you could say. And the reason why I say that is because depending on the girl, it could or could not matter. It just really depends on the girl you're with, and it depends on whether or not the guy even cares about it that much. If you think it matters because you care about it a lot, then it probably matters to you more than it probably matters to her. And the reason why I say that is because not all the girls like big dicks. Size matters both ways. Some of them like small dicks. Why? Because it feels uncomfortable to have something big inside them. They don't always want it extra long. They don't always want it extra thick. Some guys are really long, some guys are long and skinny, some guys are thick and short, some guys are long and thick, you know? So does penis size matter? Yes and no, once again. I'm not very big or anything, I'll admit. I'm just a smaller guy. I'm an average, I guess. But I've known girls who are like, well, that's too much for me, it doesn't feel good, you know? I'm not gonna say all this stuff, but they've been like, well, it just doesn't feel good. And why? It's not because I was really big, but I was bigger than maybe what they're used to, and what their frame and their size, I guess, could hold, or the way their vagina shape. They're not all the same. So it felt uncomfortable for her, you know. There's some girls who are like, well, that's too small, because they're used to like fucking 9-inch fat dildos and really big, and they're like, well, you know, they didn't say it was too small, but I knew it was, because I mean, shit. It went in and out with no problem at all. They're just like relaxed, and she's like, yeah, I'm used to a giant fat 9-inch dildo, or 10 inch or some shit. And she was a really thick chick, so I can believe it. So I mean, yeah, penis size matters. I mean, shit, it depends who you're with. There are some chicks out there who are used to big dicks, and they want something really thick and long. And if you're any smaller, then it's not going to give them their maximum enjoyment or fulfillment. They need their walls to feel filled in. They need to feel them fulfilled. Like it needs to be all up in there. You know, they need it thick so that all their nerves are getting hit at the same time from every direction. There are some chicks that just need it long. They prefer it long. They don't like it thick because the feeling of it being thick is uncomfortable. Right? They just don't. They're not attracted to that. It doesn't turn them on when it's in them. So being thick is just like whatever. They like it long because they like to feel it deep inside, and they like knowing that you're touching nerves in the back, not necessarily from side to side. I don't know this. I've talked to a lot of girls and I've banged with a lot of girls. And I don't mean to sound disrespectful when I say it, but I've had sex with lots of girls and with condoms 9 times out of 10, which is a must. But I'm just saying that because, alright, let me just talk openly about this. Alright, I had sex with a lot of girls and they were all with condoms, and a lot of them say, okay, you know, I like it bigger. I'm glad that your size is a nice average size, or I prefer it smaller than that because it just doesn't feel comfortable and it makes it hurt my stomach, like it makes you get air trapped inside or whatever. I don't know. Depending on their size and what they're used to. Then you got girls that like them small. I mean, they legitimately like a small penis because something big just hurts and feels uncomfortable overall. So I don't know how to, you know, it's really up to the girl to tell you what she likes. And everyone knows that girls lie about all that shit. Let's just be honest. Oh, that's the biggest I ever had. Oh my god, it's so big. Oh, babe, that's big. You don't gotta worry. It's not small at all. We all know girls lie, just like us guys lie about everything. We all know girls lie about, oh, that's the biggest I've ever had, or it's really big, or you're the best ever in bed, or oh my god, you turn me on, you're so hot. That's, you know, it's a lot of, half the time it's true, half the time it's bullshit, so just take it for what you will. But yeah, overall penis size does matter. I mean, you just gotta ask the girl, you know, am I good for you? And if she's still with you, you're probably what she wants. I mean, there are workarounds, right? And here's the other thing. it's not all about just penis size. Obviously, 99 point or 90%, 80%, I don't know. A large percent of sex is mental. At least for me, it is. I could be in a pussy or a butthole or a mouth or whatever. As long as I'm thinking about what turns me on, that's really what's gonna make me come. Not the tightness in every respect of the holes, because the mouth's not really tight. But you can make it, but it's not naturally. So whatever. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I banged chicks who were used to really big dildos or big dicks and stuff, and me being average size wasn't fulfilling on my end or her end, you know. I mean, did she orgasm? I don't know. Did she pretend to? Probably. But there are times you can bang chicks that are used to really big dicks and still make them come if you're both turned on. The thing is, you'll have to rely more on like sexual things that turn her on and turn you on, rather than the tightness around the penis, because it's going to be so loose that you can't feel much in the way you normally would. It just slides in and out really easy. In that case, you know, you just have to either go faster or rub her clit or do something to turn her on and turn you on. And usually when a girl's about to come or it's feeling good for her, her vagina contracts and it feels like it's tighter and smaller. So, I mean, yeah. And, yeah, I've had banged a chick that was used to really big dicks and mine was really small compared to that. I mean, I'm not extremely small. I'll just say an estimate. More than 6, less than 9, I guess you could say. I don't want to, you know, get into too much, but anyways, not extremely small at all, but compared to some guys, I'm extremely small. And she was used to really fucking big dudes, so I mean, fuck, it just slid in and out like nothing, you know, just like normal, like just another day. Like I'm used to something really big. It's not a big deal. Like, you know, it made me feel anything, so that was a different experience, and it wasn't necessarily bad. I mean, I think part of sex, enjoying sex, is different things, trying different things. So trying a really loose chick versus a really tight chick is always a good experience. That being said, I've been with chicks who were used to guys that are like 4 or 5 inches, and that was a different experience too, because you know, under 9, over 6, so she's used to a dude who's like 5 inches, and you know, it was a way different experience for me and for her, because she was like very, 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 you know, surprised that I wasn't the smallest I guess she was used to. So that totally was a good experience for her and for me. I mean, it made her come and made her scream and moan and want to tap out and quit and all that stuff, which is, you know, really good for her and me. So, you know, that's a very good experience, and she felt good and I felt good, so I really would prefer that, honestly, than a really loose chick. But even if she's looser, it doesn't really matter, because I'm not the type of guy that just wants to be with one chick. I mean, I think chicks, the best part of girls is they like the rainbow, and you get to taste the flavors of each one and be with the different ones. They're not, when I was a kid and when I was, I guess, younger, not I want to say kid, when I was a teen, to me, girls were part of a set. Like, I never looked at a girl just as an individual, because when I did, it looked very boring. I was used to looking at them as a set. Like, I would look at 4 or 5 pretty girls together and be like, wow, they're all meant to be obtained as a group, not like just one at a time. That's just, you know, my ideal version of how it would be. Even though I know you can't really have too many girls, you gotta have one. But anyways, yeah, I do think penis size matters, and if you're small, it's okay. There are girls that like guys with small dicks. I mean, they really do. And if you're big, there are girls that like guys with big dicks, and you just gotta try them on, see which one you like. I mean, what you know, which one will take you for you, and how important is it to you to have a big dick? I mean, are you willing to get a penis enlargement? They can fucking inject fat into your dick and it'll be really thick. Do you want to make it long? They're making it long techniques where these guys will stretch their dick out and leave it stretched out, like pull away to it and pull it, and it'll literally make your dick longer, and it actually works. The problem is with this, that if you do this, it weakens the fucking walls of your dick, because you got like 3 tubes in it. 2 on the side carry blood, and 1 in the middle carries pee and sperm, shoots pee and sperm as a passageway for them. By stretching your dick out, then blood vessel walls become thin and brittle, and your dick becomes long and it hangs, but it doesn't get as hard. What's the point of having a really long dick if it doesn't get hard? Which brings me to my next point. Sometimes it's not having a really big dick that matters. I mean, that's great. Yeah, it's great. But it's being able to even fuck, you know? You just be just grateful to have a dick, I guess. There are a lot of guys who are unfortunate who, blown off or for whatever reason may not have their penis. I mean, it's legit. I'm not just making shit up to be funny. But people, they get blown up in a war or fucking whatever, their legs and their penis get blown off. A lot of bad shit happens, man. And I'm just saying, just having a dick period to be able to fuck is very a blessing. I mean, it's really good. And also, a lot of fucking is mental. So, I mean, you gotta remember that, for me at least, and I know for a lot of girls, it's about turning them on. It's not necessarily about just how big you are. I've seen pornos with big dick guys fucking girls and they fuck slow and they don't do nothing. And a guy that's dick's not really small, but it's maybe normal. They're not as big as the other guy, and he fucks really fast, so it makes you come. I don't know. To each their own. And every girl likes something different, man. So you can't just expect it to be all one and all thing. So some girls like it slapped and hair pulled and stuff. We'll go into that in a different video. And a guy like me, I'm more into like it's not even about the tightness. I like a good tightness, but being the tightest thing ever is not going to do nothing for me. It's just going to be really tight, literally. So what I want is to think about things that get me aroused and what make me horny, and that's what makes me get my ultimate orgasm and most enjoyable sex experience. So sometimes masturbating feels better than sex, as stupid as it sounds, but I can go through a fantasy in my brain that I can't in real life, so there you go. Anyways, yeah, dick size matters, and generally, if you're really small, and I guess this, alright, so guys with normal size to a bigger size, I guess this video is not that important, right? Because you could be like, whoa, I got a big dick or whatever, or made a good sized dick, so I'm not really worried about it. But smaller guys is what, I guess, this affects the most, right? Because you're not as big and you can't pleasure women the same. And then big dick guys, you're a big ass dick dude. Your problem is probably finding chicks that'll let you fuck, right? But then when you do fuck, you get to tear their world up and be like, damn, I'm the biggest dick she ever had. Have her crying and screaming and fucking her shit up, and she's coming like a maniac and all that. Which is good while it lasts, because usually it's only at the beginning. Because when you fuck a girl and you're the biggest dick she's ever had, it's only good the first few fucks, because then she gets used to it. So if you're a smaller dick guy, just remember that. Bigger dick guys, whatever, like average to big, yeah, you can brag and feel good because you fucked a chick and your dick was big and it fucked her up or whatever, yada yada. But that's only like that first impression that the chick has of you, like that's a giant fucking dick. It only fucking lasts the first few times you pump that bitch. At least for me. Maybe other guys are like special or some shit, but I've seen a lot of porn on X videos and all that. And of girls getting fucked by their ginormous dick boyfriends or regular dick boyfriends, and it's not, the girl gets used to it though, It's not always like the first time where it's like, oh, that was fucking great, that's the biggest I've ever had, and they're in love. They get used to it, it slides in with ease, and it becomes normal. It doesn't become like amazing, it doesn't stay amazing. Yeah, the impression the first time is, wow, that was so big, it's something new, it's great. Then it just becomes standard, right? It just becomes everyday life. Okay, it's a big dick going in and out. Now it just feels like nothing. It feels like an average dick because your pussy's gigantic and wide and used to having something big in it. If you need proof of this, go on to X videos and type 2 giant dildos or 2 giant dildos in the pussy or in the butt. There are lots of videos where there's 2 big fucking 9-inch, 10-inch dildos that are fucking